Greetings, Forexia family. Happy New Year. It is year 2020. It's actually January 2nd of 2020. So no matter what year you are watching this in, whether it is 2020, 2021, 2030, 2050, I'm wishing you all success. And that's basically exactly why we create these videos. So to jump right into it, entry perfection based on session timing. In this video, we're going to go over M and W formations, fractal reversal formations. We're going over highs and lows. We're going over examples of the signature trade. Basically, this video, I'm just going to be commentating over my back testing on the Euro US dollar 15-minute time frame. So before we get started, I just want to make sure you guys are all using tradingview.com so that you guys can follow me a little bit more smoothly. What I'm going to do is right click, we go into settings, and we're going to want to mark the session breaks, okay, before we get into this video. This is extremely important. And if you want to call this an indicator, this is basically the only indicator that I'll ever use. Everything else is based on market structure. And this indication of when the day starts and when one day ends is to help give you a better idea of market structure in a 24-hour period. So that's piece number 2, add the session breaks so that we can understand when consolidation is. Okay, rule number one is always going to be clean your charts. Okay, I don't want any of you guys to be overlaying your charts with a bunch of indicators, RSI, MACD, Bollinger Bands. You know, you could name hundreds, if not thousands. I think there's more indicators that exist than professional traders, people that actually can trade, you know. So let's clean our chart off and start with a clean slate so that we can understand market structure just that much better. We're going to be going over the highs and the lows, reversal patterns, and session timing to finish it all off. So first of all, we have the start of one day and the end of the next. This marks, like I said, a 24-hour period, right? This is one day, this is the next day, and we can see right here there's actually a gap right here. So that's an indication that the market opened. So this has to be Sunday open. Let's mark out Sunday open. Sunday, Monday are actually two days in the same 24-hour period because Sunday actually starts at 4 o'clock, market open, at least here in Costa Rica. Sunday, Monday, then we have Tuesday, Wednesday, and I like to mark out the days of the week. Then we have Thursday and Friday. And then we can repeat, basically copy and paste over and over again. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, to kind of get a feel, to kind of understand which day, where we are in the week. This is what I like to do all before I really start to break down the analysis. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, there we go. We have 2 weeks here, basically. What we're going to do now is mark out Asian session consolidation. Very important that we have these session markers here because, for example here, the consolidation is almost always going to be right in the middle of this session break. So you can see market consolidates right there. We can literally copy and paste this. Consolidates in a range. Copy and paste the range once again. An Asian session consolidation can last anywhere from 8 to 12 or even 15 hours. There we go. More consolidation. Consolidation. It's once you see it, you guys, once you see it, you can't unsee it. That's the best thing. So we're literally just copy and pasting this box. Over and over and over. There we go. You see, if you have multiple indicators on your chart, this is going to be obsolete. You won't even see this. That's why I always want my students to take all their indicators off. Especially if they don't understand market structure, take all your indicators off first and get an idea of how the market is structured. Why each session plays out the way it does. Why Asian session is the session of consolidation. You see, over and over and over, it really doesn't fail. So, Asian session, keep in mind, if Asian session looks like this, right? Asian session looks like this. We have a range of what? 6 to 10 pips? 5, 6 pips. If that's what Asian range looks like, and we want to catch moves like this, that are 30, 50, 100 pips, then why is it that most retail traders trade Asian session? They don't understand this. They don't even comprehend that the market is mostly in consolidation during this session. They don't even bother to wake up at New York session or trade London session when the market is actually more volatile. And I myself have caught myself when I was beginning to trade, and when I started to understand this more, I caught myself trading Asian session, and I would want to smack myself in the face and say, you know what? Yo, this is Asian session. You know Asian session is consolidation. You know this. Stop trading. There's not going to be a setup. So we have Asian session marked out. Asian session consolidations, very defined. Next, we're going to look for the highs and the lows. Okay? Actually, the last three are in one. So highs and lows, reversal patterns, and session timing. These all kind of coincide with each other. So let me break it down for you, little step by step. To understand when the market sessions are, what I use is this session, the session marker here. So I'll go into TradingView. I'll put my session markers on. I know that this is the exact start of the day. So if I click on this ruler here, this measure tool, and I click on the line, and I move exactly 10 hours, okay? 10 hours later, 10 hours after the start of the day is exactly when London session starts. So, knowing this, I won't trade until London session. Or knowing that, Asian session lasts from the start of the day 10 hours in. I won't start trading until there's a rule of thumb here. 3 to 4 15-minute candles. So 1 hour to 1 hour before session open to 1 hour after session open. And this is London and New York session. Keep this in mind. 1 hour before session open, London session open, or 1 hour before New York session open, or 1 hour after London session open or New York session open is when you should be looking for your opportunity to enter a trade. What kind of trade are we going to enter upon? This is where the criteria begins. This is where these 3 last points come into play. The criteria is that we have to have a reversal pattern forming off of a high or a low. So that can be the high of the day, the low of the day, the high of the previous day, the low of the previous day, the high of the week, the high of the month. All of these factors play considerably into your success. So, we can see Asian session consolidation. Asian session is known for consolidation. At least that's what I teach my students. Asian session, we don't trade. I personally don't trade because that's what happens most of the time. So Asian session consolidation, then what happens? We have London. London session is known as the breakout session. Why? Because we break out of Asian session consolidation. We break out of the range. Okay? So, check this out. Here's a perfect example. Right when London session opens, the next 15-minute candle, or the next 4 15-minute candles, they break to the high. They break out. They break out of that Asian session consolidation to the high of the previous day. Okay, here we go. Reversal pattern. What's the reversal pattern here? M formation off the high. Now, if we look a little bit, just a little bit more, we can see something beautiful here. This is the Forexia signature trade. Wedge breakout pattern to the high, reverse off the high. Okay, this is all in combination. We have high and low. Okay, we're breaking off the high exactly an hour after London session. We're working the high, and we have multiple reversal patterns. We have the signature trade and an M formation. That is your criteria to enter. Okay, this is why this is very, very important. These last 3 points here, actually this is all very important. But the last 3 points here, if they don't all line up, you can't take the trade. You just can't. Okay? Now let's look at London session breakout. Then we have the next session 5 hours after London session, we have New York session. So let's look at this. It would be 15 hours in. 15 hours right here. Boom. 15 hours in right here. Notice how right at this candlestick here, it's another inducement. They induce one last time as if they're going to continue to the upside. They kind of consolidate here, break out, right? Consolidate, induce, break out, reverse. And then microcosm the same thing over. Consolidate, tight range, breakout New York session, reverse. Consolidate, tight range, signature trade, breakout London session, reverse. Okay, this is how you get a perfect entry based on session timing every single time. And if it's not happening on one pair, you check the next pair because it'll most likely happen on a different pair. If it's not happening on Euro USD one day, it's most likely happening on AUD USD or NZD or GBP JPY. So, if you guys like the signature trade and would like to join the free signature trade course, I have created a miniature course on the Forexia signature trade. Go to https://forexiapro.com/STOPTIN. All you got to do is enter your email and you get instant access to the mini signature trade course. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. A special gift for New Year's. Let's move on to the next session here. Here would be 10 hours. This is London session open, right here. Now, this isn't the best example because there wasn't as much of a breakout as we like. However, we do have the M formation off the high of the day, and the second leg of that M formation formed exactly an hour before London session open. Okay, here we have, once again, London session open right around here. And 5 hours later, we have New York session open. New York session open. So, meanwhile, most retail traders are trading this consolidation. You wait, London session breakout, New York session, an hour before New York session, 4 candlesticks before, perfect W formation off the low of the day. Perfect entry off the low of the day. Easy, 30 to 50 pips. End the day in consolidation once again. Now let's see. I believe this was an exact repeat of what kind of happened here. So let's check it out. I'm sorry if you guys can hear kind of the construction in the background. I'm not sure if you guys can hear that, but it's kind of annoying. I'll make sure, if I can, I'll try and mute it out. Okay, right here, exactly 10 hours, 40 15-minute candlesticks. 10 hours after the session marker here. We have London session open exactly at this candlestick. Exactly one candlestick later, we have a massive candlestick breakout to the high of the day and the high of the previous day and the previous day. So if this was the high of the previous days, actually this was the high of the previous day, and this was the high of the previous day. They broke the high of the day, the high of the previous day, and the high of the previous day. Once again, if you have the eyes to see, a beautiful signature trade. And exactly 15 hours later, this candlestick right here is the start of New York session. And we repeat the same thing over. Consolidation, breakout, induction to the upside as if they were going to go long, right? They always have to induce the opposite direction before making the correct move. Boom, reversal, okay? They gave you double opportunity to enter. If you didn't enter, if you were sleeping London session, boom, New York session, you get in. A perfect entry, 50 plus pips. You write it down for a few hours. End the day in consolidation, and then what happens? The same shit, just a different day. London session right here. In this candlestick right here. Asian session consolidation. Like who would want to trade this? I feel bad for anybody that doesn't understand, because I was once trading this and it felt like shit. It felt so bad because it would be midday, like 12 o'clock or 3 o'clock, and I'd be looking at the market and literally this is what would happen. And I would be in my position for 6, 10, 15 hours straight and nothing would move. And I hated trading because of it. As soon as I understood this, as soon as I took my time to backtest this, it was like an epiphany. Wow, I'm trading the worst session. London session breakout, boom. An hour after, M formation, off the high, reversal. Perfect entry, 50 plus pips off the low. And I mean, we could do this over and over and over. But I don't have all the time in the world. And we are coming to an end of this video. Check this beauty out. Signature trade, Tuesday session reversal off of Sunday, Monday's lows. And this happened exactly, Asian session, consolidation, exactly right here is New York session open. W formation off the low and reverse. Perfect breakout London session off the low of the body of the signature trade, off the low of the previous day and the previous day, low of the previous week as well, and a massive reversal for the rest of the week. 100 plus pips. Yeesh. All right, let's Asian session consolidation. Once again, breakout to the high, M formation off the high, and $10 right here. And an hour later, we break to the high, perfect entry, M formation off the high. 30 to 40 pips. Here is exactly London session open, breakout of this small consolidation, M formation off the high, and don't forget about the New York reversal off the low. Exactly right here is when New York session opened. 3 candlesticks later, perfect penetration to the low, W formation, and this was most likely induced by a news event. Just looking at the size of that candle. Maybe not. That is a 30, 40 plus pip move off the low. Okay, once again, 10 hours in. This exactly marks London session open. Boom. M formation off the high. Reversal. So hopefully you guys get the point. This is very, very straightforward. 10 hours later, M formation, somewhat of an M formation. Off the high, after breaking out, London session, Asian session consolidation, and perfect reversal entry opportunity, 70 plus pips. Wow, I could do this over and over and over, but frankly, I'm getting kind of bored. No, this is very, very fun, you guys. I love to backtest, and I love to see the moves happen like this in past time, so that it gets me ready to grab the trade in real time. The best, and I can't stress enough that backtesting is the best way for that you guys to understand the market, understand structure, understand how it all works. Okay, so that was basically it, you guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did enjoy, feel free to subscribe. We have a signals channel or a channel on Telegram at telegram.me/Forexia. Once again, if you want to join the free signature trade mini course, go to forexiapro.com/STOPTIN. Thank you all. Have a great New Year's and peace out.